Welcome. My name is Paul Roberts, and today I am presenting the final quiz in the Name That Hymn series. As before, thank you for your emails with answers to last week's quiz. The fastest response with 5 correct answers was from Sandy Holton. Well done, Sandy. If you were playing last week, here are the answers to last week's quiz. Hymn 1. The body they may kill, God's truth abideth still. This line of text is taken from A Mighty Fortress is Our God, number 110 in United Methodist Hymnal. This is the hymn for which the reformer Martin Luther will be most remembered. Indeed, the words A Mighty Fortress is Our God are inscribed on the base of his tomb. A prolific hymnologist, Luther wrote the words and composed the melody of this hymn sometime between 1527 and 1529. This great hymn of faith is a paraphrase of Psalm 46, and it has been translated into English at least 70 times. Hymn 2. The clue was this hymn was written in 1873 by Horatio Spafford following traumatic events in his life, and I gave you the first 4 notes. The hymn is It Is Well With My Soul, number 377 in the United Methodist Hymnal. The traumatic events in Spafford's life are indeed heartbreaking. The first was the death of their only son from scarlet fever in 1870. The second was the 1871 Great Chicago Fire, which ruined him financially. His business interests were then further hit by the economic downturn of 1873, by which time he had planned to travel to Europe with his family on the SS Ville de Havre. In a late change of plan, he sent the family ahead while he was delayed on business. While crossing the Atlantic, the ship sank rapidly after collision with another sea vessel, and all 4 of Spafford's daughters died. His wife Anna survived and sent him the now famous telegram, "Saved alone." Shortly afterward, as Spafford travelled to meet his grieving wife, he was inspired to write these words as his ship passed near to where his daughters had died. It is well with my soul. Hymn 3. From which children's song is the following line taken? It sounds like music in my ear, the sweetest name on earth. These words are from Oh, How I Love Jesus, written by Frederick Whitfield in 1855. The hymn fuses a 19th century English text with an American camp meeting tune, and it is this delightful combination that provides a lilting song that Christian congregations have enjoyed for over 160 years. The text is believed to be based on Philippians 2, 5-11, that at the name of Jesus, every knee should bow in heaven and on earth, and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. And the entire hymn, it revolves around the name of Jesus. And what a powerful name that is. Hymn 4. The clue was, this is one of the most popular hymns written by Bill and Gloria Gaither. I gave you just 3 notes. The hymn is Because He Lives, number 364 in the Methodist Church Hymnal. Based on John 14, verse 19c, because I live, you also will live, the hymn's theme is effectively supported by a soaring melody in the refrain. Because He Lives is one of the most loved gospel hymns and was awarded the recognition of Gospel Song of the Year for 1974 by the Gospel Music Association and the American Society of Composers and Publishers, ASCAP. Because He Lives begins with the empty grave on Easter Sunday. Stanza 2 is about hope, even in uncertain days, and stanza 3 takes us to heaven, where we will see the lights of glory and know that Jesus reigns. This gospel song has undoubtedly offered hope for many people because of its connection between the resurrection and a life worth the living. And finally, hymn 5, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. This is taken from America the Beautiful, number 696 in the United Methodist Hymnal. The lyrics were written by Catherine Lee Bates, and the music was composed by church organist and choirmaster Samuel A. Ward at Grace Episcopal Church in Newark, New Jersey. The two never met. Bates originally wrote the words as a poem, Pike's Peak, first published in the 4th of July edition of the church periodical The Congregationalist in 1895. At that time, the poem was entitled America for publication. Ward's music, combined with the Bates poem, was first published in 1910 and titled America the Beautiful. Although not the national anthem, though many in the US think it should be, America the Beautiful is just as widely recognized by Americans and has been called the most beloved of all American patriotic songs. So there we go, that's last week's quiz. Let's move now on to our last quiz, and we're going to move to question 1. Question 1, the words to this hymn, the line is taken, is let music swell the breeze and ring from all the trees sweet freedom's song. So which hymn is this? Are these words taken from? Let music swell the breeze and ring from all the trees sweet freedom's song. That was question 1. And remember that you can always go back and watch this broadcast later if you want to hear the questions again. Let's move on to question 2. So question 2. Okay, the melody to this hymn is based on a Swedish traditional melody, and the original text was written by Carl Boberg. And here are the first 4 notes. Okay, so question 2. The melody to this hymn is based on a Swedish traditional melody, and the original text was written by Carl Boberg. And again, here are the first 4 notes. Okay, that was question 2. Let's move on to question 3 now. Question 3, this is the children's song. From which line are these words taken? Into the city, I'd follow the children's band, waving a branch of the palm tree high in my hand. This is question 3 again. From which children's song is the following line taken? Into the city, I'd follow the children's band, waving a branch of the palm tree high in my hand. That was question 3. So we're going to move on to question 4 now. Question 4. This hymn was written in 1873 by Fanny Crosby to a melody composed by Phoebe Knapp. And here are the first 3 notes. So question 4 again. This hymn was written in 1873 by Fanny Crosby to a melody composed by Phoebe Knapp. And here are the first 3 notes. Okay, and let's move on to the final question. This is question 5, the last question of the quiz. Okay, question 5. From which hymn is the following line taken? Open now the crystal fountain, whence the healing stream doth flow. So question 5 again. From which hymn is the following taken? Open now the Christian fountain, whence the healing stream doth flow. Well, this concludes Name That Hymn, and I have certainly enjoyed setting these quizzes over the past 4 weeks. And I hope you have had fun playing along, and hopefully you've learned some new facts about these hymns and the history of our hymns of faith. The answers to today's quiz will be shown on the church Facebook and the Churchside website next Tuesday. I leave you this week with words from my favourite hymn, Onward Christian Soldiers. Crowns and thrones may perish, kingdoms rise and wane, but the church of Jesus constant will remain. Gates of hell can never against the church prevail. We have Christ's own promise, and that cannot fail. May your church continue to be a sign of hope and comfort. May God continue to grant peace and healing with us all. Take care, everyone, and keep safe.